Over 3 decades ago, some 2 million people took to the streets in former Soviet countries to demand independence. In August 1989, protesters in Estonia, Lithuania and Latvia formed a human chain stretching over 600 kilometers. It was dubbed the Baltic Way.
Since then, questions of national identity have been central in the Baltic states too. Russia's war in Ukraine has reopened old wounds. In Latvia, an age-old conflict has resurfaced between the country's ethnic Russian minority and the Latvian majority. I'm David Romanovsky. I have Polish roots and I'm on my way to the Latvian capital, Riga. I want to find out what defines Latvian identity today after more than 30 years of independence and what impact the Ukraine war has had.
Oh, hello, Buster!
My name is Arnis Balcus. I work as a photographer or artist. So I'm interested in Latvian history, in Latvian identity, in kind of things that I feel related to, the things I love and hate at the same time. So basically, my country is my resource for my artistic practice. I think Latvian national identity is pretty much based on suffering. We use the recent past, Soviet past, as kind of very significant element. Of course, always we've been seeing ourselves as victims.
So this is museum occupation. This is the old part, and then there is a new part which symbolizes that we can get rid of our history. Instead of let's have another page in our history. Let's leave it. Let's forget it. We'll build white, bright, new scar. Hey, we want to keep suffering. We want to keep talking about our pain.
I'm familiar with this kind of past from Poland, this collective trauma. In Latvia, it still shapes relations with Russia and with Latvia's Russian-speaking minority, which make up a quarter of the population. The Soviet-era Victory Monument was one focal point for tensions. Ethnic Russians used to gather here to commemorate soldiers who fought against Nazi Germany in the Second World War. In August 2022, the Latvian government had it demolished in protest over the Ukraine war. For years, Arnis Balcus documented the Russian commemorations that took place here.
I was not for demolishing because I don't think that changes anything. But when the war in Ukraine started, we thought that this is our enemy, the monument. And I felt, okay, let's just do it, spontaneously. Let's go there, demolish it with our hands, like Berlin Wall. This is our maybe way of relieving some kind of this whatever pain or suffering that we have.
Ciao of the end.
Hi there. I should have said I was going to drop by.
Ciao. The tourist guy.
I think it's a bit different with young people because I think they don't think in these kind of categories, Latvians, Russians, or whatever else.
Lovely. Okay. Tagad vēl kāda izteiksme.
And this is actually what I like about those young people, also the ones that I take pictures of, that they are still kind of free, maybe they are naive, maybe they are, more natural. It's because they are not yet part of the system.
Skaidrs.
Both young and old are now taking to the streets to protest Russia's war in Ukraine. I'm wondering what this all means for the Russian-speaking minority in Latvia.
A lot of them maybe don't feel very comfortable. I'm not talking about this, so-called fifth colony that they always felt, okay, they live in a wrong country. I talk about kind of reasonable, like Russians that are here. They've been seen as a kind of, local enemy in a way. And they have to prove once again themselves, okay, we don't agree with Putin, we want this to be the independent state.